LTG presents Castlemania Revamped 2026 Man Gravy 2X's. Let's play this and moderate it. An unsettling wind sweeps the land. A castle shrouded in darkness is seen in the distance, and the dead rise from their graves once again. Without the red. Okay. Huh. KOOPSYLVANIA. So I played the second one, the sequel to this, that was also revamped recently. And that was actually a lot of fun. Though that final boss was really tricky. This showed up in the queue not too long ago, and I thought it'd be fun to play, but then I didn't have my setup made for this, so now I have setup, I can officially complete the moderation for this. Okay, no spin jumping. Mario's got a weird tint to him. I probably should disable the character change stuff, because it's probably going to break. Because, you know, it just does that. I think this is going to use custom power-up stuff, which doesn't play well. Central Asia. Alright. We'll see you later, Summer 4 Games. Thanks for dropping by, and I had fun playing your level. That's none of those things. Nuts. Where'd I leave it? Actually, 1 second. I'm just going to pause for it. Okay, let's resume it. This feels very much like 1-1 from Mario 1. I also do wonder if there are going to... Oh, that's not solid. Been tricked again. Do love me some good Castlevania music, though. I should actually play a Castlevania game one of these days. There's a secret right there, isn't there? Wall chicken. And I might have to open this up in Lunar Magic and take a look. I don't even know if I have Lunar Magic on this machine. But I don't think I do. I didn't bring the laptop I usually use for this stuff because I'm like, at some point I'm probably going to transition from that laptop to this one. I'm not entirely sure. Mostly for weight reasons. Like the other one I've got is a bit of a Cadillac in terms of size, and this one's just nice and small. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for portrait rooms. I also don't know... Yeah, I don't know if I want to bother testing midways, theoretically. Ooh, I got an axe. Nice background, though. Nice and relaxing. Yeah, that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll, like, roll a 4-job Fiesta in. Okay, the game is obviously pushing me in one direction, and then there's a bat. Yep, okay, there are portrait rooms. We have to find these. I hope this is a portrait room. There we are. This may be Man Gravy. I don't know who this is. It's one of those things like, why do people no longer put names in portrait rooms? It was like a thing for a while, wasn't it? I never know who's who in this world. I'm happy with Axe for the time being. It's not my favorite of power-ups, but it does the work. It's good at it. I kind of wonder what I would do now if someone showed up and like, hey, can you test something like right now? I might say no. Alright, there we go. I could have just rolled with it. Alright. It's Spatula! I think it's Bloom Bloom or something. Yeah, it's clearly Boom Boom. It's the problem with like custom power-ups. They never work on bosses. You kind of need to program it in, and most people don't do it. I don't blame them, because why would you? This is an off-the-shelf Boom Boom. A configurable one. I want to say this came from the MAD ASM contest a few years back. Basically, like, revamp a boss sprite. Which works pretty well. I like that contest. It's a shame they haven't run any more of them recently, but I just don't think the energy's been there. As per usual, be the change you want to be in the world. Or something like that. Let's go up the Scarlet Tower. One of those things I've been doing not on stream video game wise is I've been playing a little bit of Toho, proper Toho, because it went on sale on Steam not that long ago. So I've been playing a little bit of Undefined Fantastic Object. I don't know if that was the right choice. There could be wall chicken. There's not wall chicken. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. Basically, the way I kind of interact with those games, class of games, I play it for a little bit and then die and then give up and try again next time. No, wait, there's something there. Wait, is there something here? There's nothing there. There's a trick. Yeah, there's that pipe. Those aren't solid. No! Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get to that pipe. That's clearly where the portrait is. I'll have to come back to this area in a few minutes, once we're done with the other bigger section that is this level. God, friggin' Medusa heads. This game's kind enough to give me a cross. It's my cross to bear. I also feel the need to yell, "The power of Christ compels you," but I probably shouldn't at this hour. Power of Christ didn't compel that thing. Anyway. Yeah, it'd be a shame to do Fiesta without Squiggles, but I'm just not going to be in Seattle during the season. Just depends on how things go. Sister was basically saying she was going to be dead by 8 p.m. anyway. So we're not even going to watch the other football game. Oh, it's a moss. It's a Fry Guy Medusa head. You know what the trick to the Medusa head is? Or, the trick to the Medusa head. The Fry Guy is give him no quarter. As long as you keep stunning him, he can't really do anything. Learn that from Backwards Mario World. Because that particular Fry Guy just goes at ridiculous speed. The depths. I'm actually surprised how well this is working. This might be a short moderation, which is nice. But then I still have to get this off the other computer. It's hard drive, which is annoying. Oh wait, I forgot to go look for the... Well... come back to it later, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really check the midways. It's kind of hard to check the midways in this game. I think I eventually just said I'm not going to do that when I was doing the other one. It's probably fine. No way it's gonna leave egg on my face or anything. Oh yeah, I needed to... Again, really? 2 Man of Steels in one day. Wow. We truly are blessed. I mean, you're going to do something, you're going to say something, I'm going to ban you. That's pretty much how this is going to go, so. You're welcome to stick around if you're going to be quiet, I guess. Kind of surprised. This particular thing just kind of felt like it went away for a couple of years, and now it's back. I'm going to assume it's a copycat. Want to play this kind of level, what would you need? Not moderating or anything, just yourself. SD to SNES or particular PC to take a special PC. If you want to play SMW stuff on PC, your best bet is to get a good emulator. There's a few different ones. You are reformed? Okay, well, I'm not going to bother banning until you do something, so you're welcome to sit around. But yeah, you need an emulator. There's a bunch of good ones. There's SNES 9X, which is pretty much like the default. Like, if your computer's not amazing, use that. I'm a big fan of Mesen, M-E-S-E-N, which has had a big resurgence recently since its main developer came back. And it emulates really well. There's probably a few other ones out there. There's BSNES. But like, you just need that. Then you need a patching tool. So you probably want to get Lunar IPS so that you can actually patch SMW to the games. There are various guides of this on like YouTube and the like that might explain this better than me trying to talk about it, but you can, if you want to do hardware stuff, get an SD to SNES or an FX pack or an EverDrive and do it this way. But it's much easier to just... I didn't find the portrait room in that one either. But, oh no, it's Undine! Okay, I gotta say, I actually like the remasking of this, but I still friggin' hate Undine. Miss. You can't recatch those, by the way. No! No! God, I hate Undine. I hate Undine so much. And before anyone asks, no, this is not Undine from Undertale. This is Undine from Secret of Mana. It's a fiddly boss at the best of times. And it's very much defined by its arena, but its default arena also blows. Ow! This is not going well. The trick with Undine is you have to hit the wave, which is now redone as a... like... oh, how to describe this? Sewage hand? There we go. And it just... everything gets faster as time goes on, so missing those first two was really bad. It's also an RNG fight, so I'm going to be waiting around a while. And I'm going to get pushed in those. I'm probably going to die here is the real answer. Unless, like, the boss only takes 2 hits is how that sentence ended. Like SD to SNES users controllers. Yeah, if you have an SNES, the SD to SNES is a great way to go, honestly. I would highly recommend it. You'll still need a patching tool, like Lunar IPS, and then the ROM itself, which I can't provide guidance on how to acquire, because that's how this world works. Well, I could tell you to look at certain archival organizations to try and find such things. Beast and Script Audio on the last day of the puzzle jams to switch to Messen. It's a little wonky. Messen has a great debugger. That's why you use Messen. Its debugger is so good. Whoops. Well, I want to try that again. I'm also going to set lives while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, Messen's currently still under development. It has a very high quality... it's very accurate. Or at least it tries to be. There's recently been a couple cases where it has emulated something correctly that is not emulated completely correctly on the SD to SNES. And you would not believe how much of an ego Fiskbit has had over it. It has to do with open bus nonsense, which is to say, if you've written your code correctly, you won't ever come across this issue. But it was a bug that was known, so it didn't break anything at the end of the day. You might think after all this I'd actually pick a different number for lives, but I've just done 69 so often that the muscle memory is there. God, I hate Undine so much. I really wish you could re-grab those. Had problems with Messen not triggering breakpoints. If you have a reproducible test case, you can show me how that was working. Assuming you're running the most, at least close to the most recent version, I'd be happy to forward an issue to Fiskbit. Pete's sake! I one-shot the first few bosses and I'm now just stuck on Undine. I'm just gonna fall in the drink. But yeah, no, like, if you have a reproducible thing, Fiskbit would love to know about any bugs. Since he is now effectively the major maintainer, since Sour is busy with other things, I believe he's recently acquired children. The normal way, not like purchasing them or anything. So he had a couple kids or something recently. I don't know the exact details, and it's his personal life, so I don't really want to know that much. I have to find the portrait room in that one. I have no inkling of where that is. We're gonna backtrack for the other one though, because I think I saw how to get it. He eats setup worked on hardware. Interesting. I'm looking forward to learning about this, because I assume that's part of your puzzle thing. Oh no, key eat setup. Ah, yeah, that was in the... Yes, the one that was in the VLBC thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that worked surprisingly well. Okay, how would I get up there if I wanted to? I like how those things in the background look almost like platforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I think that it's doable. Not if I do that. I think that's doable with a shell jump. I don't know if that's what it's intended, but I definitely think I could do it that way. The Medusa heads will make it mildly annoying, but it's doable. There we go. Not hard. This wasn't the portrait room? Okay, well, crap. Alright, we're gonna have to find the portrait room then. Really? Really? Okay, well, we'll do what I did last time and just circle back using lunar magic to help search at the end. Because I'm not interested in going and spending a lot of time trying to find them. Game didn't crash when I took damage to the Org Clip setup. Crashed in every emulator you've used. Huh. That is weird, I'll grant you that. It might be a case where if it's jumping to open bus, it's getting the wrong values. Or doing something with open bus, because this is a really... Actually, you know what? This is such an old firmware, there might be some issues with it doing some stuff properly with SA1. Like, this is the version of the firmware where the, what is it? The BCD stuff doesn't work. Anyway, I've definitely gotten off topic a few times. Hopefully I answered your question adequately, Kragnor. Or Kragor, sorry, not Kragnor. You're not a logical operator. This feels like a spot where I might put a secret. It is not a spot where they put a secret. Isn't this Metroid music? No, it's not. This is Castlevania music. Or is it? It's certainly not Mega Man music. There's a lot of spots where it looks like I could get above the ceiling. Just thinking about it. Thinking about those beans. I'm not actually in one of those beans. There we go. I found one at least. More robo music. I don't know who this is either. But we found another one. Yeah, this structure's kind of odd to me. I wonder if these blocks are actually breakable. They are, but they're not breakable from the bottom, so I need to burrow towards them. I wonder if there's any secrets that are hidden with burrowing blocks like that. It'd be a nightmare to work with, though, because you can't break it from below. Don't even have PC at the moment. Just think the levels look fun. There are emulators for, like, phone. I don't know what your situation is, but there are Android emulators out there that people use. I know some people actually do manage to, like, make levels for level design contests and stuff, testing on emulators on phones. They're not as accurate, and are kind of clunky at times. That's a little mean right there. But it is a way to go. People do that. But I can't speak to the actual solution because, again, I don't. Messen also works on Mac and Linux. I don't know if that helps you when you say you don't have a PC right now. But it might if you're a Linux person. But yeah, I run Messen on my Mac, and it is godsend. Mostly for the debugger. Because I'm definitely going to do some NES hacking in the near future. I'm going to get Pictionary this week. That's the plan. I want to see if I can get Eggbug in Pictionary. If I can make every single puzzle in Pictionary Eggbug, I'm basically 80% of the way towards doing the hacking I want to do. And don't ask me, I mean, you can't ask me why I want to make an Eggbug. But it wouldn't make that much sense. I'm going to stick with the axe. But yeah, there's an awful lot of fun stuff in SMW. Oh, this is what we're doing during Track Line. I just wish that the custom power-up stuff actually mattered sometimes. Wow, I don't know why I'm trying this way. Hello. Well, good news, he only took 3 hits. Now, I do actually kind of wonder exactly how many like level design contest levels there are out there, because there's so many of them. Because I've played so many of them. And not just counting like the official SMW ones, SMW Central ones. Alright, so we found portraits in 1 and 4. This is 5, there are 6 exits to this. So we still have to do a little bit of legwork. But so far this is going pretty swimmingly. I haven't really found anything egregious, but that also doesn't surprise me given the last game I saw from Man Gravy. I keep wanting to call him Man versus Gravy. I shouldn't. I don't know why. I'll be honest, I probably would watch Man versus Gravy if it was a Food Network show. Think about getting a laptop, couldn't just have a phone and a tablet. Like to be playing on SNES, right? Yeah, you probably would still need a computer or something to put the ROMs onto your your SD to SNES. But yeah, no, I really am a big fan. The SD to SNES stuff is great. If you can get the USB stuff working, it's even better in my opinion. But I am incredibly biased when it comes to matters of USB, being one of the few people who messes with this stuff. I plan on doing some proselyting, whatever, pushing some USB nonsense while I'm at GDQ. Because I remember watching Tenga like slowly move his stuff between SD cards a few GDQs ago, and I'm like, that's just don't do that. The world could be so much better. We have better options out there. Wall chicken? Wall chicken. What if they make flips for phones? Possibly. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a patcher out there. Like, the hard part of doing something with a BPS or an IPS is making the patch. IPS patches are actually pretty easy. The hard part about a BPS patch is making the patch itself. If you are writing a patcher, it's actually fairly easy. Like, the BPS format is well understood, it's well documented, like, Nier did a good job making that particular format. It's not great for very large files in some ways. There are better ones like XDelta, but like, it's still a good format, and it's not that hard to write a like patcher for it. It's more or less just like keeping track of 2 buffers and what would the other part be? Basically executing a list of commands, which are as long as they're well formed, which most of them are. I don't know. I've never seen a malformed BPS. SD to SNES, the best version, is that a preference? The best one isn't SD to SNES, it's still builded in places, but because of some issues that Ikari ran into with the SD consortium. Yeah, I found the other one. I did not expect to find this. He can't use SD in the name of his product anymore, and so now it's FX Pack Pro. Aw, that's cute, little kid, glasses girl. Aw, that's adorable. Can I look the other way? I can. Where are they going with this? But now it's called FX Pack Pro, and the FX Pack Pro is better than the SD to SNES. Like, if you did want to go on the cheap, finding a used SD to SNES is a decent way to do it. There are also Chinese knockoffs, but I would not recommend them for obvious reasons. Basically, if you want to make sure you're getting a proper one, you either want to buy through a trusted friend, obviously getting used. That's a whole. But Stone Age Gamer and CRYPT directly are the 2 ways to make sure you get one that's like a proper first-party one. And they also do sales around Black Friday. At least Stone Age Gamer does. I can't speak for CRYPT. So you can usually get like 10% or 15% off if you are a little bit patient. Spawn somewhere where I can hit you. But I think that about sums it up with regard to that. One other thing to consider is you may want to get, if you do get one of those, there's 2 options for getting a shell. You can either get the Famicom shell, Super Famicom shell, or the Super Nintendo shell. I got the Super Nintendo shell because it came in transparent purple, and that was really cool. But I do have a minor regret in the sense that I can't pick it up and use it in a Super Famicom if I had one of those around, which I do. Excuse me. So the Super Famicom shell is actually a little bit more versatile, but only just. And that's basically because like it's trivial to plug a Famicom game into a Super Nintendo, but not the other way around. You have to break a couple little tabs inside the Super Nintendo, but like it's not that bad. Please spawn somewhere useful. I don't like this boss. There's too many spots in this room where I can't hit it. There we go, done. Unipatcher on Androids is BPS post. Oh, that's kind of cool. Patch hacks and put them. Maybe. I don't know enough about the Android environment to say, but yeah, that'd be cool. Only have Super Nintendo anyway, not the Famicom. All right. Then maybe not a worry for you. At some point in time, I need to get an adapter because like the only Nintendo I have is a AV Famicom, and I do have some proper NES games, but my flash card is a Famicom one. I do have that one with me too, so if I want to do some hacking with that, I can, which is nice. Okay, I see what you did there. Okay, those slumps look unhappy in the eye department because apparently their eyes were donated for this. Especially when our villain could have just gone to the eye bank and gotten some. It's a funny little book read as a kid called was it Morris Goes to School, which I suspect was part of a larger series of Morris the Moose books, but we only ever had that one. He goes to the eye bank because he wants to withdraw money to buy some candy, and is told that no, it's not an eye bank. And then he's like, the guy who runs the eye bank says, "Can't you read?" He's like, "No, I never learned to. I'm a moose." And therefore he has to go to school and learn to read because he's a moose. It's a very silly book. At some point they play they're playing pretend, and he pretends to be a coat rack, and the kids all think this is the best thing ever. Because of course they do. Still not like, it's an okay children's book, not my favorite. Mike Mulligan. Mike Mulligan's definitely top tier. It's a great story about a man and his steam shovel and trying to dig a whole basement of a town hall in a single day. So he digs fast, and his dell is like 100 men or something. I forget exactly how the setup goes. When they're watched, they always dug a little better and a little faster. And just around noon, they rounded up in the second corner. He smiled a smile that wasn't a very nice smile. It's the central drama in that is actually the once they finish digging, the steam shovel is stuck in the basement. Darn it! It doesn't have a way to get out. Wall chicken? Wall chicken. And therefore must be resolved. They do come up with a clever solution, but one that would not be approved of in so much in the 21st century. Namely that the steam shovel can now be the furnace. You know, because you want a coal-burning furnace. That's definitely a, you know, a 20th century solution. But as with most things, an awful lot of fiction doesn't survive first brush with reality. FX back. EverDrive. This is not a cheap thing, unfortunately. That is a bunch of hammers. This is custom. Doesn't smell of it. Maybe this is anonymous. We'll have to check the credits. I don't think if this is not an off-the-shelf boss. I don't have spin jumps. That's actually a really painful attack. Oh, wait, that's all I need to do? Also, like I said, they do go on sale. So I would keep a lookout for that. But the FX pack is the best one because it has more compatibility. I don't think the EverDrive supports SA1, one of the enhancement chips. And a lot of game hacks nowadays use the SA1. After Vita Vriella wrote it, and then Fusuya integrated it into Lunar Magic. Castlemania Revamped. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun. Not as long as I thought it was going to be. Sprites by Amelia Russian Man. Dynamics. I knew Dynamics was involved in this. Mikey K, Schwa, Kitchen, Fierce Deity Mans, Ralph Danak, Soniku, Blind Devil, Daralak, Yoshikobi Zeus, and ICB. Daralak's actually one of the judges for the upcoming VLDC. Graphics, Dark Prince, Yan, Luigi-san, Captain Brian, and Brittle Pode, Gamma V. I didn't notice any Gamma V stuff. Inorakun, the Morgana. Oh, Cheat Master 30, Roboter Zampari, Bruiser, and Batadouche. Pickaneye, Paper Wario, Tornado, Black Sabbath, ETA 450, Super Luigi Bros, Kayante, Kenite? I don't know, Lumi. Wouldn't mind spending checking the options. Yeah, like I said, like you can get a discount for the Edge Hands. But there are options worth checking. I don't think the EverDrive is quite good, as good value for money given all the stuff, especially that SA1 is much more common than it used to be. Patches, Ghetto Youth, Kevin, Stevie, Disco the Bat, Louie, P4+2, Mark Larn, LX5, World Peace, Mr. Cheese, Hoopster, and Medic. Medic's a name I haven't seen in a long time. How he's doing. Blocks, Mario Fangamer, Jack the Spades, Mario, and Alcaro. Music, Anonymous, Hooded Edge, saw that coming. Louie, Carlos Daniel, Dippy, iCrawfish, Baksanwu, Aran, Wakana, Infinity, Tios, Louis, Kevin M, Dan Navit, who was actually a cool guy, met him in real life, Gift Shaven, Ultima, and H. Corral. I hadn't seen H. Corral around in a while either. Playtesters, Cheesy Pops, Kraka, Jesse Goover, Dave's Tate Gaming, Dave State Gaming, J Loops, Ranger Man 27, and ProQuad Gamer. ProQuad, wow. I only have regular quads, not pro ones. Special thanks to Terra Knight, Viskunt, Gliquidinly, Chicken Dust, Derp Dad, Frosty Losty, Timothy Biggins, Link of Time, the Derbster, Koopster, Shireen, Stedinja, Sushi Cannon, Noah Strong Forever. Presented by Let's Talk Games. Alright, so we found the portraits in only like... Did I find the one in this one? I think I did. Yeah, I did find the one in the clock tower. Alright, well, time to get Lunar Magic and figure out the other ones. Fine, gonna go down and download Lunar Magic. Go to Fusoya, download the editor. I hope I have wine installed on this. Otherwise, this is gonna be embarrassing. Open the Lunar Magics. And then we find a window that's not being otherwise occupied doing something important, which I have lots of. Wait, what? Oh, no, I do have an instance of that open. Okay, cool. Wine. Yeah, cool. Wine's working. LM. Loop. What? Oh, it's in patches. Pfft. Mistakes were made. I'll fix this later. Wine, lunarmagic.exe. Did it? It crashed. It crashed. It crashed. Okay. Try crossover. Just drag Lunar Magic right onto it. It didn't take. I don't know where Lunar Magic went. Popped up. There, run command. Yes, run it. Okay, Lunar Magic popped up. I don't know why it wouldn't work under Wine, but it's working under this. It really, so the way this works is Crossover thinks I'm trying to install it. We're not, of course, but this is Castlemania revamped. Yes, add the header. Go to the Overworld editor. Add level numbers. We have 101. We found it in 101. We need 102. Oh, it's gonna be complicated because of how this works. Okay. 1 of 2. This is entrance there. Do we have any exit from here? Exit to level 4. Okay, cool. That went to 1A. We did that. Exit 3 to 4. I mean, it went to 3? No. God, they don't make this easy, do they? Wait, page up is it, right? There we go. Okay, that's the next section. Cool, I found it. Is there not a portrait? 122. Okay, yeah, that's where it is. Okay, cool. What room was that? 5, 6? Alright, cool. We'll just go and look now. I'll have to figure out why Lunar Magic wasn't happy with Wine, but we're going to see the other portraits because we have to see the other portraits. Just going to take a minute. Got rid of my better power-up. But these rooms, if I recall, were pretty short, so we should be able to loop this pretty quick, as it were. As long as Medusa heads don't kill me. Okay, I think I actually see it here. I found the wall chicken here. Is it literally just this? Seems to indicate this is where you enter here. Huh. Oh, wait, hold up. No? Oh, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Wait, this isn't the right room. This isn't the right room. Never mind. You know, maybe I could tell one room apart from another. Possibly. Bad luck with the Medusa heads. It's this room? Yeah, it's this room, okay. And it's like there. That is mildly annoying. Then I have to wait for the falling to happen. Consider the falling. Yep, that's a foot. Is that Bill Murray? I really don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. I'd rather listen to the overworld music. I'm not really sure what the deal with the foot people are. The Feet Clan. Made my sister watch the movie Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. And she's watching, it's like, there's something weird going on here. It's like, why did they fight the Foot Clan? I'm like, well, how much do you know about Daredevil? And she's like, oh yeah, I've watched Daredevil. I'm like, I think that they exist in the same universe as Daredevil, and he fights the hand, so they have to fight the foot. She's like, oh. Alright, well, I think I see the room I need to do this in. We'll see if I actually did. Those are instant death spikes? That's a little mean. Also running out of battery on this computer. Unfortunately, the one downside of this laptop is that the rightmost USB-C thing is a bit knackered, so I didn't even bother plugging it in. I should, and so now it's at like 20%. I imagine that running Wine isn't helping. Wine just always happens to suck up an awful lot of like CPU cycles, regardless of whatever you're doing. Darn it! Where my brain was at. I could talk about the Towers of Hanoi again, but I didn't successfully explain that last time. Anyway, yeah, it was fun to actually beat the Jonathan Blows and Compatriots new game. That was or demo. That was a lot of fun. I definitely want to play that when it comes out. Just mean to put instant death spikes on top of your ceilings like that. I'm also kind of interested in some of the games that it's cribbing from. Legally, it's cribbing from them. I should point this out. Like, he quite literally licensed 4 of the game concepts from other game devs to make this game. So, like, the Heroes of Holland was someone's thing. UW alum, by the way, which amuses me. As well as, like, The Promise was based upon another existing game, which is free. So I'm vaguely tempted to go, like, download it and see if I can make it work in a stream context. Because I really liked the Promise area a lot. And the Skipping Stones one was also one of those things. Is this the area I'm looking for? There's a muncher, like, right there. It is. Yeah, okay. These are more hidden than the ones previously, I think. Yeah, there's a pipe. No way to guess that. Alright, it's a man with a pea hat. Good for him. It's a nice hat. Okay, so we found... We found the one in this level. We didn't find the one in this level. Did we? Actually, 125... This actually might be easier than I think it is. One sec. Okay, let's get the hat. Okay, so the only one I didn't see... There's 2 I'm missing. Missing this one. Level 2. Wait, no, I got that one. Okay. So cool, I can identify by portrait which one I'm missing. This is a much easier way of doing this. Secondary exit 214, which is in the clock tower level, obviously. And it's actually really early in the level. That's convenient. Like, really convenient. Like, so convenient. Oh, well, no, it's obviously still working. I can see it from here. Never mind. Okay. So this... It is... right here. Seriously. Who hides these things? The YouTube designer? Alright, and we have Mount Fuji. I don't know, maybe just MANGRAVY really likes Mount Fuji. It's a pretty nice mountain, all things considered. I don't know. Alright, that's it. We've done everything we needed to do. We've checked everything, so I don't see any reason not to just pass this. So I'm going to click the accept button once I find it. Because I've just been spinning for a minute. There we go. Approve. Oh wait, hold up. Did he... Corrected game over audio glitch. You know, let's see what that sounds like first. Lives 1. Kill. I'm lazy. And... Oh, I still have an A life. But let's throw that one away. Whoops. No, that's not a bad death jingle. Okay, now I can approve it. Alright, yeah, no, that was actually a really fun hack. It was much shorter than the second one. That doesn't surprise me, since this was, I think, MANGRAVY's, this box is new. Hack was cool. Off to bed. Alright, yeah, sleep well. And you're welcome. Feel free to swing by and ask any other questions. I have a Discord and stuff if you want to be able to ask questions more easily. I probably should show that. I always forget to. Discord, and of course the YouTube, and the Blue Sky, and the Twitter, because I'm lazy. Still use both for some reason. Different groups in both, you know how that goes. Anyway, now I'm going to accept the hack. Hack accepted. Bam. Done. So Mangravy will sleep well tomorrow knowing that his hack was fully approved. And I no longer have that albatross hanging over my head, which is perfect. Now, fun hack, small. I like a good small hack sometimes. I don't always want a giant, here's a million levels to beat. 6 is nice sometimes, even if I do have to fight Undine.